If you're a coloratura soprano, or you would like to sing fast passages much better in coloraturas and melismas, this video is for you. Hi, if we haven't met yet, my name is Freya Casey, professional singer and vocal coach from Germany. I have a history as a lyric coloratura soprano singing professional opera in the past, and I did roles like Adina and Gilda and Zerbinetta. Those are some of the harder roles, I think, and a lot of fast-moving stuff. I love Mozart, I like Bach, I sing oratorio all the time. I'm hired at churches because I'm just good at the sparkle and the fast stuff. However, there's a strategy you can actually learn if you're not really great at it at this point. So I'm going to show you an exercise that has helped me a lot. So basically you're just doing runs. It's always four. It's always groups of fours. You can do it on A, on E, on O. You can change the vowel, but what is important is to group it. Do it slowly first, and then you want to group it in groups of four. So it's ya. So basically that is just the structure, those are the pitches. Here's the thing, do it slow first, and here's the approach. Not every pitch should be weighted equally, like in your mind. You have to group them, it's like da 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 da. So there is a grouping of four, but then there's also a phrasing across the measure. So let's just say that this is always part of a count, right? So let's just say there's four counts on the measure. It's like 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. Okay, so it's ya. I was wrong, it's always 3, it's a 3-4, so 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 1. Shaping helps so much because if you put the same weight on every single pitch, it's just you're gonna get lost and you're gonna get tired because of and then you're gonna try to give every single pitch an impulse. Here's two big no-nos. The first no-no is do not insert ha ha ha. That is cheating. That is not a nice legato line, which is what we basically want all the time. Even when you're singing staccato, you are actually singing legato. I don't care what anybody says. You are always connecting. When you're using ha ha ha, that is cheating because you're just using your diaphragm, just a ha ha ha. Ya. Well, then it's easy to sing fast because it's easy to separate one pitch from the next without slurring. So that's the first no-no. You want to have legato. The hard thing about it is you still have to use your support from one pitch to the next, but if you don't want to slur, you really have to up your game when it comes to support. The second no-no, and I already mentioned it, is slurring. So what you don't want is ya. Nobody knows where does one pitch end and where does the next one start. It's just it's a mess. You want definition. You don't want choppiness. You want legato. So again, the first thing is to practice the phrasing slowly. So it's like ya. So it's 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 1. See, I have a shape. Makes it much easier here because I'm actually doing something. I'm just not da 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 da. I don't know where I'm at anymore when I do that. Like I start shaking, right? So you wanna have that definition of nice line and shaping. There's like one, and you kind of dive in. You just always gravitate toward one. That's usually the case in our Western music. And now, of course, you want in that grouping of four. Let's say these are the 16th notes. You want to also, really you want to be metronomically correct, but actually you are not singing every pitch equal in like broadness or length. Really what you want to do, it's almost like you want to sit on that first pitch of that grouping of four. You want to make it just a little more pronounced, not in loudness, but in broadness. You know, when in sheet music you have that little line on top or below a pitch, it means, yeah, you kind of lean it in it just a bit. Also meaning, even when it's moving fast, it's almost like you want to think, put a little extra sparkle vibrato on there. So instead of ya, you want to ya. That was very much over exaggerated. It's like ya da 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 ya da 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 da. But on a micro level, like you want to take that approach. You're not going to do it to where anybody notices you're going to do it. It's not going to be audible. It's not going to be noticeable. It's just for you an approach because you're going to do something with your support when you think that way. You're going to give that first pitch extra support and lighten up the pitches between. See, the lightening up, the heavier and lighter approach, which probably almost no one can really hear it. It is such a subtle nuance, but it's so important for your approach. So, do it slow and then speed it up. I can do it faster, actually better. Next thing is really important, try not to tense your jaw. Now the motion is, of course, on ah, you don't really have much motion, but if you do it on an oo, for example, you do open up more the higher you sing. So, ooh, that went kind of high. Here's my trick to keep me from tensing up my arms and everything in my shoulders. I just put the tension in my toes. I try to not lock my knees. As a matter of fact, I try to make sure like I have slightly bent knees. Otherwise, I'm going, oh, I get so tight because it is hard, right? Your body is so full of tension when you're doing that because you need it on the level of support. Make sure you don't lock your knees and just bend them the slightest bit, just so you don't just lock them. And then just put that tension in your toes. And what I do if I need to let out some tension, I just clench my toes a bit. Because then, I just focus on staying loose here. And then I go, and I as a matter of fact, I move my toes because that's where I put my tension. It's much better than having it here. It's just my trick. So let me know in the comments how this worked out for you. And don't forget to always approach every coloratura that you're going to try to sing with that concept of dividing and not equally weighting. Thank you so much for watching today. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it and share it with a friend who may also want to do some awesome coloraturas. If you want to continue the conversation, join my Facebook group. It's free, Master Your Voice, or check out my resources on my website, masteryourvoice.tv. Tons of free stuff going on there. And if you want to get some singing motivation on the go, check out my podcast, Freya Singing Tips. It's available anywhere you can find podcasts, like on Spotify or iTunes. Thank you for watching. Have a great week. And until next time, always keep a song in your heart and always keep on singing. Let the sky fall when it crumbles.